We're back at the mansion.
And they're literally playing the... I love that vocal, man. That vocal backing is so good.
But this is from the mansion.
Yeah. This is literally the mansion, yeah. Alright, bro, listen to this. So we're back.
We're back. A lot has changed again.
I know.
We're in the same location for once.
I know. You came back from your travels.
Both gone through puberty. Clearly, you've got a beard. I've got a bigger beard.
Yeah, it's a bit thicker this time.
Bit thicker.
But it's been a minute, man. So it's been like a couple of months since we recorded, because obviously you went away. Yeah. And then we did a few remote sessions.
You can tell it's been a minute because it took us about 2 hours to just set up.
Yeah.
And mainly because you've moved as well, right?
I just saw the time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were finished like an hour and a half ago. I told this guy, I was like, we set up pretty quickly, and now it's been an hour and a half of like colour correction and random stuff.
We're in a new place as well.
Yeah.
Like Sandra's moved to a different place.
Flat,
yeah.
Which is nice. But
funny enough, we got the same room exactly as it was. We just moved the whole decoration as is because we wanted to keep it the same.
You know those videos of like the houses on wheels where like lorries come and they pull like the whole house? Yeah. That's what we did. That's what we did. Yeah. But anyway, we're back and we are reacting to Hope.
We're visiting back one of our first videos now that we've completed the journey.
Yeah.
You guys have actually been commenting and saying, where have you guys been? And some nice comments like that. Something doesn't feel normal on YouTube. And then I realized you guys are not there. So thank you for those. We've missed it as well, actually. And it was just like that time in our lives where we couldn't record.
We were so busy with the house move, you being away. It was just a crazy time.
That actually makes it so that it's going to be a fresh reaction to Hope.
It's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be a challenge.
We're
going to be listening to it as if we were listening to Hope, like you guys have when it came out, where you don't listen to the other albums that recently, and then a new album drops.
I know though, like when my favourite artists drop an album, I do try and listen to like some of their previous work, or maybe even one of their albums.
I've never done that.
Like maybe just the latest album they had.
Because you never know when the album drops.
Yeah, true.
By the way, you guys, that's toothpaste.
I burnt myself making coffee. And then you told me some next like remedies, chuck some toothpaste on it or something.
The whitening one.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it.
So we're doing Hope, the first single of the album Hope.
Let's see if we can see many of the callbacks. I think that's going to be the challenge. That's going to be the challenge,
yeah.
Right, this is a banger. I have listened to it. Like back when we first listened to it, I listened to it a few times and then I stopped just for this reaction, the re-reaction.
Yeah.
I love that like intense build up and then it just goes to like this playful piano. I quite like that.
You know, I hated the fact that we couldn't listen to this song for so long.
Yeah.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress, well where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn.
Now again, you thought, and we both actually assumed that he's talking about the record label
or a friend
or someone who let him down, right? But now we know he's actually talking to himself.
Yeah, his alter ego, which is Fear.
And he's saying that I gave you your chance, but now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
But here you can clearly see who's talking at which point. Like he makes it easier by wearing the different clothes,
the white and the black.
In some areas. So we know when Fear is talking, when NF is talking.
Yeah, but the videography is just as impressive as the first time I saw
impressive,
it.
So
it's
impressive.
So good.
Yeah, I remember I mentioned something about like he's wearing all white, and I hope he has enough like a set.
Change of clothes or something. yeah, in case he falls. Yeah.
That's Fear. Hold up. Nate, you had a good run.
Now it's time to give them something.
So that's fair, saying
different.
it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it must be.
So maybe it's not, they haven't made it that easy.
Like to introduce my album.
Like, it's literally like a tug of war.
We thought at this point, like,
we were like, that's so weird.
This is one way to like shout your album, like my album. But then they actually like
having gone through the journey, we now know it's like a tug of war almost, like between Fear and Nate to see like whose album it is.
Yeah.
But also, you know, you said like it's time to give the people something different earlier. I wonder if that's how people felt when they finished the album, that they felt it was different from the last few ones.
The Hope album. Well, we don't know.
Yeah, because we haven't listened to the whole thing.
That's something that we'll find out for sure.
Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is while everybody else says. Tucking the toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Quitting when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told can never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never
even things like that, like it's a person that can see the bright side in the dark times when there ain't one. But we know that hits so much harder because we know all the struggles he had with like mental health and things like that throughout his albums.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to like really pick some things out because he mentioned earlier grinding, and I thought maybe that's a reference to the song grinding, but I don't think so. I'm trying to like.
That was not the best song. If you remember, we didn't
like that song that much. Yeah. But that was the first feature we had heard at that time, right? Of the journey list, anyway.
I noticed he said something earlier, and it's kind of like been playing in the back of my mind. I'm not sure I've interpreted it correctly, but it was like tucking your tail between someone else's legs.
Did he say between someone
pretty
else's
sure
legs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not your own legs?
Yeah. So you know when you're like...
Tuck your tail between your legs.
Yeah, like when you're kind of scared or like when you're not being yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said earlier. It's probably before this. But let us know, guys, if we got that wrong. Times when there ain't one.
So here, I think I remember mentioning something about Dave Chappelle and like how he walked away from millions.
A huge deal, yeah.
I wonder where NF came into that, like where he walked away from profit.
Yeah, did he have
and
like
doing
a
something
deal
for
on
the
the
sake
table?
of doing it rather than like because that's something that we didn't find out so far. And granted, we done one interview, not so much an interview, documentary.
The Rolling Stones article, is that the one you're
talking
about?
We've done that, but we also did the Motto one. Do you remember?
Oh, the behind the scenes.
That's it. Which was almost like a documentary kind of style shot. It was a long video. It was really good, but didn't see that profit. Like they rather do something.
I'm not sure because he does talk about his most like popular song, "Let You Down," was. That's what followed, like his depression followed after he had that song.
He did,
so maybe that's when he was like, "Oh, I cannot go down like the commercial, making an absolute bangers route and making a crap ton of money. I need to stick to."
But "Let You Down" wasn't one of them ones.
It wasn't really, but it was his most popular one, and his.
But it was still like
followed that.
It was still his thing. That's like it wasn't different to any.
Yeah,
of his
that's
other
true.
songs.
That is true.
But I think it was just like really, really good, and I think it just caught on more people. That is true.
Yeah,
we saw that in many songs where like Rolling Stones article and just people generally said like your music just too dark. You need to change and have some cheerful music. But that's not who he is. Like granted, there are some good songs, especially one he did about his wife.
Yeah, man, you know what it is? It's like you can never appease
You
everyone.
can't. No.
So
you
like,
can't.
there's no point. You might as well just stick to what you know, and that's what he's done. He's got such a strong base because he knows who he's talking to, and he's very relatable to that audience.
No, he's being genuine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all it is. You just gotta be genuine about it, and that's one of the things we said. Like, we don't like seeing when people do reaction videos and videos or something.
And they're jumping around and like being like, "Oh my god!" and all of that. Yeah, it's not really us. So.
After by a stranger, it's a person that can take the fears in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing. What a little
Oh, is that the map?
So that's
The search for hope. The search for hope.
that's
And
where
now
he did
he's in
the
the
search.
album.
Yeah,
Like
and
he's
then
in the hope
search is
album.
trying to point him the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a good callback to the search.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
do if you don't even believe in you. Why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost
So basically, Fear's laughing at him for being lost.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
soul at a crossroad. Who
And
had
he
no
literally
hope
says,
but I
"Was a
chased
lost soul at a
that.
crossroad."
Years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of
Bro, this like years of my life, like carrying all the hatred and stuff. Those are his burdens, like the black balloons and such. I think that's what he's referring.
Weren't those burdens?
They were burdens, but it's like
I guess hate's
the
one of them.
hatred is one of the burdens. So like the black balloons.
life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was some
I wonder,
What was
because
this?
it's these years of my life
Yeah.
with the different. I wonder if they're like referencing albums. I didn't like. Let's like go back quickly. The baggage one
Yeah,
seems like the balloon.
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
Like carrying baggage. Crossroad, but I had no hope to change that. Wasn't there something about?
So this is him
change?
being a lost soul, like walking around aimlessly, like lost,
Yeah.
actually looking at a map. But I think we caught them. I think there might be other ones in there, but
anybody else that's around you too. I done did things that I regret. I done said things I
can
can't
take
take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. Years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was some. They get it.
We're back at the mansion.
And they're literally playing the. I love that vocal,
Oh, man,
man. That vocal backing
so
is
good.
so good.
But this is from the mansion.
yeah. This
Yeah.
is literally
Yeah.
mentioned. Yeah,
One of the best like
I
vocals.
love that song as well, man. Honestly,
Even the mansion looks nicer.
is there writing on the walls?
No, on this one.
Nah, not yeah. These walls are my blank expressions. I hope he goes through the rooms.
Hey, I think he did.
Things are necessary, evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree with. On the other hand, it was the push I needed.
Oh shit!
Ah, nice.
The balloons.
So that's the room full of regrets he had in Mansion.
burdens.
Yeah, was it burdens?
He calls
or-
them burdens.
So the balloons are burdens, but I think in Mansion he has a room full of regrets,
He
and he
doesn't
was
like
scared to
open.
open it up
Yes,
because
I
there
guess
was
forgets burdens.
because the fear would get out, and fear is literally in that room.
Man's chilling with balloons now.
Breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree with.
But when we first saw this,
Yeah,
we would have had no idea what these balloons
idea.
represent.
Yeah.
Why
There's
he's
a whole
got a
damn
twin
album
chilling there.
around it. Yeah,
We didn't even know why there's two of them. at that
I
point.
love that. I love that he's opening the door like so fearlessly.
Yeah,
When in
yeah,
Mansion he was like, I'm scared to open that door.
Yeah, I mean, but I would expect a bit more color at my birthday party. But you know, black works.
Yeah, it's a dark room, man. It's a dark room.
Oh shit!
From Outcast, where he's locked in the cage. Oh man,
Sick. What album was that?
that was Perception. I think.
Perception.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah,
Perception. But literally another room of the mansion.
And he's got the real hat on
Yes.
as well.
Oh yo, do you remember?
From Let You Down
From
at
Let You
the
Down,
end,
yeah.
the twist. Oh,
It was himself.
it was himself, yeah. And the keys.
Oh shit, he's got the fear smile as well.
Yeah, he's got the fear smart and then the keys as well.
Yeah.
every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up.
Oh,
I feel like that's part of the search, being that location.
Potentially the location, because
that was
like a hill, like grassy hill. Right?
Yes, and he was like, he had loads of there was loads of like people in white walking around. Do you remember?
Yeah. Are you thinking about? Is it Leave Me Alone? It might be Leave Me Alone, where there's like all the
balloons. I think it was a
rehab
song
kind of place. I was gonna say though, you know when he was is it Leave Me Alone? I honestly can't remember. What was a really? How could you leave us? You know when he was a kid, stood by the window.
Yes.
Like, is mum ever gonna come back?
Do you think this is?
I think that's what he was saying. Like, I hope my son never has to like stay at the window looking, like wondering if dad's gonna come back.
Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning
This bit.
if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted. That was in the shot. Mama, I forgive you. I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough.
Now we know at that point, I think in the video before it was a dad who was a bad guy.
Yeah, we did think that.
But actually,
because stereotypically for rappers and stuff, when they talk about it,
and
it's usually
because
the father figure.
the way he compared himself as the dad, and if the kid wondering if the dad's gonna show up, actually he's actually talking about the mom instead. But then the biggest thing is he forgives the mom.
Yeah,
which we didn't know.
Yeah, he does. I mean, kind of.
He had
kind of. I don't think so because he's kind of saying
he hasn't
like,
officially forgiven her in the older albums.
No, I don't think he has done it here either. I think
in
in this
Mama,
album he does.
I remember from
later.
exactly.
But here he's like, it's kind of deep what he says though, because he's like, I hope my kid never grows up thinking he's not enough, which means he feels that way about his mom, where he's like, I wasn't enough to like take you away from the addiction. You chose the addiction over me.
Yeah.
So it's quite deep.
It is.
That was in the shot. Mama, I forgive you. I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of...
Do you know that 30 years of hey is 30 years of the fear saying hey? So I think
30 years of fear basically.
Yeah.
Like him being
but
like,
he did say fear already, but still, I mean, I feel like this like
yeah. That makes sense. I think in general in the song the bracket is fear. When there's brackets in the subtitles it's fear.
Yeah.
30 years of 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of badness, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of peace, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30
another song.
30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolt. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You never be loved. You never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts.
It's so good. It's so good seeing the dichotomy between the two, where like he's
So
literally switching between them.
Good.
So good, man. That was such a good song, and I'm so happy we did the journey, man, because this has been a long time coming. We kind of came full circle because this is the first song that we did where we were like, we have to check this guy out.
Yeah, and we were like really like shocked by how good the music was and the music video, and there's so much to it. At that point, I didn't even think there was so many like references to the older songs. It was just for you guys who, I think that video just blew up.
Yeah.
And you guys said like you need to like actually do the journey. There's so many songs in there. And so many callbacks. At that point, we were just listening to the music and the visuals, and we're like, "This is mad." We didn't even clock the smile.
No, we
we
did clock it. We were like, "What's that Joker smile?"
Yeah.
But it's sick though, because here he's literally taking the reins. That's what he says at the end, right? He's like, I'm taking the reins.
Yeah, so we get to see it from that perspective for the rest of the album.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because even in the search, do you remember I kept being like, oh, it's going to get positive at some point. It did not. But I think this is that album now where...
It did in the mixtape. The mixtape has like more hype.
It was hype, but it wasn't really like it didn't have a theme. But
that's a mixtape, right?
It is
that's the whole point of a mixtape.
So I think this is the album
where
there's going to be positivity. There's Careful, which is the
Motto,
the one
Careful, and then
where he mentions J. Cole was Careful, Motto, and then Mama. So those are the four we've done, and those are the four we need to redo.
You guys have also said that we should react back to our first reactions.
Yeah,
we might do that, and
we should maybe we'll check it on our Patreon or something.
Yeah, but I think I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of the album and actually being able to listen to it. I think we're probably one of the first, a very small group of people who realized when the album Hope came out And then waited how long? How long has it been? Like almost like it was back in...
It was April. It was beginning of April.
No, but album was out already by then.
Yeah, I think that was literally like the first week of the album.
Was it?
We just happened to react to Hope
So
in the first week of
we
the album.
almost waited a whole year
Yeah.
before we listened to the album. So I'm
It's
looking forward to
crazy.
the rest of it. And hopefully...
Hopefully he drops another album because we're catching up
Well,
and
don't
we're
know.
running out.
We don't know what the plans are. Yeah. But that was good.
That was really good. That was really good. Let's see what's next.